He goes, it took me 20 years to become an overnight success. And that's a little bit how I felt about treating Candida. When I first started doing this, I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. I would turn to my wife, Ricky, and get some guidance. And I was
Uh-oh.
always seeking out other experts. And it was kind of hard to find. I get bits and pieces. But from doing this work for a really long time, you hopefully, if you learn from your patients, you get better and better at this. And so, another person I really have to credit who unfortunately has passed away several years ago was like Anne Boroc. She wrote something called The Candida Cure. I got to know Anne. She actually spent some time in my office when she moved to New York for a while from California. And Anne was, she was like a naturopath. She wasn't a medical doctor, but she had a very strong reputation. And I think she knew Dr. Cook also. She apparently suffered from very severe candida herself and multiple sclerosis. And part of her book was treating herself to get better. But what I learned from Anne was interesting. She obviously was a proponent of the diet, which all of us are. We know having too much sugar in your diet is not good. She felt strongly that avoiding dairy and a lot of the wheat-based products was important as well. Um, but another funny thing I learned from Anne, and of course I have patients follow the diet, especially in the beginning intensively, was that vitamin therapy was important because what I was finding when I first started doing this, that, a certain percentage of my patients were getting the dreaded Herxheimer reaction or the die-off reaction. And I didn't really understand why. Because a lot of times I would go quickly into antifungals, which we'll get to. And I think it was just too much for their system. So I remember having a conversation with Anne when she was in California, and she said to me, Dean, if you treat these patients with vitamin therapy, like if you have access to IV vitamins or injections, you can really cut down these Herxheimer reactions. And she was right. Because it's rare. It still will happen occasionally, but much less often than it did initially. So, yeah, I learned from Anne. And the other components really that